Dividend investing is definitely one of my go-to investments, guys. And if you've been with our channel for a while, then you know I've always been a fan of dividend investing. And I think it's about time that I go into full detail and tell you guys exactly why dividend investing. Bottom line, top dividend stocks pay top dollar if you know how to milk them right. Take some of the success stories from people who have been posting with dividend stocks on Reddit. $30,000 a year in dividends, $800 monthly dividends, $2,000 monthly dividends. The list goes on and on. And hey, just imagine combining $2,000 monthly dividends with hot stock tips like AMC that's been on its own blockbuster rally lately, and you definitely have a recipe for making money this July 2021. But before we get into it, real quick favor for you guys for our channel, light up the like button like it's the 4th of July. And I know I say that all the time, but July 4th is right around the corner, just a few days away. So happy July 4th, you guys. Have you guys smashed the like button yet? All right, let's get right into the meat of this. How do you get $2,000 in monthly dividends? All right, the recipe is really simple, guys, so listen up. First, you take how much you want to make each month in dividends. Now imagine wanting to save up $2,000 so you can make your own monthly stimulus checks. Dividend yields on stocks are shown on an annual basis. So this means that you take your $2,000 and you multiply it for a whole year, coming up with $24,000. After that, you want to go ahead and divide it by the annual dividend yield that we're going to make from our top dividend stocks, which is about 9.7% if we do it right. Definitely more than 6 times better than the average dividend yield on the stock market. So again, that's $24,000 divided by 9.7%, which gives us $247,000 invested in these dividend stocks to get those sweet $2,000 do-it-yourself stimulus checks. Now I know, there's a big number, but don't leave yet. The best part's still to come, as I'm going to show you guys exactly how we can break down that $247,000 into more manageable investments. You see, guys, dividend investing is a matter of 3 solid principles: the right stocks, reinvesting your dividends, and holding your investments for as long as possible. Now combine that with our secret sauce, which is top stock picks for July 2021, like AMC Stock, then you get our recipe for making some serious money. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know how much money you would like to make per month in dividends. All right, let's talk about the right stocks. I mean, that's what you came here for, right? The top dividend stocks for July 2021 is really a matter of dividend yield, and that's how much the company is paying out in dividends each year, and the stock price. You get the dividend yield by dividing the stock price by the annual dividend payment. But actually, most websites, they already give you the dividend yield when you look up the stocks. So basically, if the stock price is falling while the dividend payment remains the same, then the dividend yield will be higher. And at the same time, you definitely do not want a falling stock price, as that may mean that the company is struggling. Now again, that's dividend yield and stock price that you want to consider. I'll even do you one better. You can look up 2 things to make your search easier: Dividend Aristocrats and Dividend Kings. Just type these 2 terms in Google and you'll see the cream of the crop when it comes to dividend stocks in July 2021. Dividend Aristocrats are companies in the S&P 500 that have paid and increased their base dividend every year for at least 25 consecutive years. And as of January 22nd, 2021, there are 65 Dividend Aristocrats. Higher than Dividend Aristocrats would be Dividend Kings. Now these are companies that boosted their dividends for at least 50 years in a row. Wow, that's a long time. And in 2020, only 27 stocks qualified as Dividend Kings. So look them up, guys, Dividend Aristocrats and Dividend Kings, and you can just take your pick. Now, of course, I also have my own picks for you guys, the top dividend stocks for July 2021. My secret formula: dividend stocks that pay an average of 9.7% yield plus a 12% annual return over the last 5 years. All right, the first one, Horizon Technology Finance Corporation, ticker symbol HRZN. Now, they're a business development corporation, or BDC, with a 7.9% dividend yield horizon. They're in the life sciences and technology space, which is a very hot sector to be in right now. What they basically do is they take business loans and they take part in mid-sized companies that aren't big enough to issue their own shares in the stock market. What you should be looking at when it comes to BDCs is their average yield on their debt portfolio. That's the interest that it collects from companies. To provide for your dividends, that number should be well above the stock's dividend yield. Now, if you take a look, Horizon has a 14.6% average yield on its debt portfolio, so they're safely above the 8% dividend that they're paying out. They've also been able to produce a 16% annualized return over the last 5 years. So really, you're getting half that return in your cash dividend and half half in your higher share price. That's how you know you're getting a good deal. Next up, AGNC Investment Corporation, ticker symbol AGNC. Now, this stock allows you to get a piece of the real estate market that's seriously been heating up lately. Anyone out here trying to buy or sell a house in this current housing market? Their dividend yield is 7.72% right now, and what sets them apart is their investment in residential mortgage, pass-through securities, and other mortgage-related investments, and are guaranteed by U.S. government-sponsored enterprises like Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Shares are up 21% or so year to date thanks to a strong housing market and rising interest rates, so you can definitely hitch a ride if you're looking for a real estate dividend stock. Another one that's really popular with dividend investing circles is Global X NASDAQ 100 Cover Call ETF, ticker symbol QYLD. Yeah, I know it was a mouthful, but I got it out. All you really need to know, guys, is that they boast a mean 11.5% dividend yield, and they're basically your ticket to owning a lot of stocks all at once. That's the magic with exchange traded funds, also known as ETFs, that they buy into assets that we wouldn't have otherwise. QYLD, they hold the tech stocks in the NASDAQ 100 index, like Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon, and then sells call options against them to generate that income for its dividends. It's paid out monthly distributions regularly for more than 6 years and produced a 32% return over the last year. Drop me a comment down below if you guys knew about this one. Keep in mind, guys, this is not investment advice. These are just some really awesome investments that I happen to come across that I wanted to share with my community. So always do your homework and your due diligence and consult with an actual financial advisor before making investments. 3 top dividend stocks just like that. I hope you're still with me, guys, because we have 2 more top dividend stocks for July 2021. And as a special bonus, we're also going to talk about AMC Stock Price Prediction for the summer blockbuster rally. Quick mention, I'm inviting you guys to be a part of the official Ron Yates membership program. It lets you show your love and your support for the channel as we keep going with money-making content like this video, plus all the latest, most accurate stimulus updates that we drop on a daily. Join button's right there, guys. Check it out. Okay, next up, Prospect Capital Corporation, ticker symbol PSEC. Now, this is another business development corporation for you guys. They offer a nice 9.1% dividend yield prospect with over 16 years of dividend and performance under their belt. And like I said earlier, the idea behind the BDCs is that they act as a bank and investor in these mid-sized companies. They manage those assets and then return 90% of the earnings or more as cash flow to the investors. So you can think of them as the shield in your portfolio that lets you absorb the risk of investing in mid-sized companies. Now, this company manages a $5.7 billion portfolio of 122 investments in companies across 39 industries and earns a 9.9% yield on its portfolio. So definitely more than enough to cover the generous dividend yield. To add to that, they've also produced a 13.3% annual return over the last 5 years. They have definitely hit the sweet spot between dividend yield and stock price gain. Next, Pennant Park Floating Rate Capital, ticker symbol PFLT. Now, Pennant Park gives a generous 8.99% dividend yield as an asset manager company that lends to subprime and middle market companies. Now, when we say subprime, these companies, they don't have the best credit rating, so they have to pay a higher rate on their loans to offset a higher risk profile. Now, PFLT buffers that risk for you guys by doing thorough research before giving out any money. They then offer money through a first lien debt, meaning it's first in line among creditors who want to get paid back in the event of bankruptcy. Pretty smart, right? Now, the icing on the cake is that these floating rate loans, they actually see interest rates change with the market, and seeing as rates have been rising lately, that means borrowers with this kind of loan are paying PFLT even more money now than they were back in 2021, even though that their loan structure hasn't changed. Shares are up about 20% year to date as a result of the interest rate trend, but the yield alone on Pennant Park makes this monthly dividend payer worth a look regardless of short-term stock movement. Now remember, guys, the right dividend stocks are just one of the 3 principles of dividend investing. The other 2 are just as important, and those are reinvesting your dividends and holding your investments for as long as possible. Investing in the stock market isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, and you'll need to be in it for the long haul if you're looking to make a significant amount of money. That means that it's wise to start investing early in your life so that you can give your money as much time as possible to grow. Now, with that being said, reinvesting generates more wealth for you over the long term. When you reinvest your dividends, you're actually buying a little more of the same company stock. In fact, technically, the company itself is actually buying you more of the company stock. The more shares you own, the more shares that you can earn dividends from. Over time, your earnings from dividends will begin to snowball as you buy more shares of the stocks because you're reinvesting your dividends and earn more in dividend payments. That's what people call a dividend reinvestment plan, or a DRIP, because the dividends just keep on dripping until before you know it, your bucket of money is already overflowing. We're talking long term here, guys, so think years for dividend investing to pay off. That's why it might be good to consider some top stock picks to go with your dividend investing. Top on the hot stock picks list right now is AMC Theaters. Fast and the Furious 9 just came out last weekend. Did you guys happen to catch that movie? I never miss a Fast and the Furious movie. Now, if you did, you're a part of the whopping $70 million in domestic ticket sales this blockbuster gathered. Can't get any better than that. So where will the summer go from here? Things may get even better, as fundamentally speaking, AMC is in decent shape. AMC CEO Adam Aron even appeared directly to its millions of retail investors, as AMC recently said retail investors now own more than 80% of the company. Wow! People like you and me. Selling stock at elevated price points has armed it with cash to outlast the competition, if not outright acquire them. Definitely, AMC has not just been one of the market's hottest entertainment stocks, but one of Wall Street's biggest winners this year, period. I mean, I'm not even sure who won bigger this year, AMC stock or Gamestop, ticker symbol GME. Investors have been banking for a long time on theater patrons to come back. Well, good news, guys, they're back. AMC gained 76.12% in the past month, and with a full blockbuster list all set for the summer, we may see it rally even higher. Did you guys see my last video on AMC to $100,000 a share? If you haven't, definitely check that video out after this one. So what do you guys think? Any dividend investors in the audience? Let's share some stories in the comments. You can also drop your questions and your requests for future videos. I'll be reading all your comments and doing my best to reply. You may notice that some people have those special badges by their names. You can get those as a freebie from our membership program. Just click on the join button to get started. I hope to see you guys there. So anyway, guys, that's all for your daily news and the finance side of things, the top dividend stocks of July 2021, and our very own AMC stock price predictions for you guys. If you haven't already, do like this video, definitely subscribe to the channel, and be sure to hit that notification bell. That way you're the first to know as soon as I release new videos and content, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care and be safe.